What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex, and you're watching the Marvel edition of the Ragin Nation Show. This is just a web series where we're talking about all things matter to me in the world of Marvel films. This is episode number 64, and you know there's always news and new developments when it comes to films coming from the Marvel Universe, okay? I'm not just talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe from Disney Studios. I'm talking about the entire Marvel Universe from Sony and 20th Century Fox, okay? We are getting comic book films like left and right. Next year, 2016, is a year which comic book films is going to explode because I think we're getting 4 to 5 films from the Marvel properties. Okay, that does not even include the films from the DC Cinematic Universe and all the other comic book properties that are not from DC and Marvel. It's just crazy. So anyways, there's a lot of films coming out next year, and that's why we got to talk about what we're going to talk about in this episode. We're going to first start off by talking about what's coming from 20th Century Fox, and that is Deadpool. Deadpool is filming next week with, of course, Ryan Reynolds playing Wade Wilson, Deadpool, the title character. Now let's talk about casting news, because there have been some recent casting news. Now this is solid. These aren't rumors or anything. This is solid, considering the fact that they're filming next week. All right, now we currently have Gina Carano as Angel Dust. Okay, we also have Colossus, who's not going to be played by Daniel Cudmore. Now, the latest developments in casting is that we are getting Morena Baccarin, who will be playing a character named Vanessa. Now, in the Deadpool universe, or in the Mutant universe, when you think of Vanessa, you know, if you're familiar with the universe, you might think of Vanessa Geraldine Carlisle, who's also known as Copycat, a mutant that can shapeshift. So this is going to be pretty cool to add that element into the Deadpool film, alright? So we're getting a number of mutants in here, okay? Not only that, but we're also getting TJ Miller, who will be playing Weasel, who is Deadpool's sidekick, who is also an arms dealer, okay? Pretty exciting stuff, all right? The cast is really coming along, and the movie, of course, will be filming next week right here in Vancouver. Very exciting stuff. All right, moving on, let's talk about what else is going on in from 20th Century Fox, and that is, it looks like after X-Men Apocalypse is done, Jennifer Lawrence won't be coming back to reprise her role as Mystique, as well as Nicholas Hoult, who will not reprising his role as Beast. Now, this isn't, like, surprising to me, okay? It isn't surprising to me, mainly because X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past, and also X-Men Apocalypse takes place in a certain era, okay? It takes place, well, not now. It doesn't take place in present day. It takes place in the past. Okay, so it doesn't surprise me that this is actually happening, and that is we're never going to see Jennifer Lawrence playing the young Mystique anymore, Nicholas Hoult playing the young Beast, because when we get to whatever happens next after X-Men Apocalypse, they're gonna bring in all new characters to have that present day story. You know what I'm saying? There's no longer any need to delve into the past anymore, because that story, that trilogy is done. It's time to bring it back to the present day. And that is why Jennifer Lawrence's appearance as Mystique and Nicholas Hoult as a young Beast will not exist anymore. Alright? So that is actually, I don't know, some people might be sad about it. I thought she did a great job as Mystique in X-Men Days of Future Past. In fact, possibly kinda even a better performance than Rebecca Romijn Stamos. But anyways, I did enjoy her performance. I thought Nicholas Hoult was okay, but I'm not exactly sad about it, because I do want to see the next chapter in the X-Men franchise, okay? Who knows what they're gonna do? I mean, it's all up in the air right now. 20th Century Fox right now, they have all these spin-off solo films going on right now. I mean, not just with Deadpool, but also Gambit. All right, of course, more Wolverine solo films. What else do they got going on? I don't know, but it doesn't seem like there's another X-Men film in the pipeline. You know what I'm saying? So that's about it. All right, so that's something that is going to not be happening. Anyways, moving on, let's talk about Marvel Studios and what they got planned for us. Of course, Avengers Age of Ultron is coming out next month. No, not next month. In just a little bit over a month, like 5 weeks from now. That is super crazy exciting. The biggest film of the year, if not Star Wars, but one of the biggest films of the year, one of the two biggest films of the year, comes out 5 weeks from now. Now, speaking of Avengers Age of Ultron, there is a rumor. There's just a rumor, okay? Nothing confirmed, but Latino Review mentioned, okay, in an article that we might see Captain Marvel in Avengers Age of Ultron, okay? This is just a rumor. It might not even mean anything, okay? But there might be an appearance from Captain Marvel, okay? I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just repeating information, okay? I don't know any solidification of this. I don't know about how they, if this is solid or not, okay? It's possible that we could just see her in her normal form, all right? Not high-flying and superhero escapades and all that stuff. But, you know what? She might just appear as herself making a cameo. All right? So, who knows? Speaking of which, okay? Speaking of which, what happens directly after Avengers Age of Ultron is, of course, Captain America Civil War. Okay? I'm gonna think of Captain America Civil War kind of like, I would call it Avengers 2.5. The main reason why I like to call it that because of the huge cast. Okay? Now, in the comic books, in Civil War, they had Spider-Man in it. Okay? And what's going on with Sony is apparently there's been a lot of secret auditioning going on for the role of Peter Parker. Not Miles Morales, apparently. Okay? Now, there was a lot of facts a lot of rumors and statements and comments being thrown around left and right that it wasn't going to be a white Peter Parker. Okay? It was going to be a more ethnic version of Spider-Man, and that would be the Miles Morales character. Okay, at least a diverse version. You know what I'm saying? All right, but it looks like they're going back to Peter Parker. And what we heard about Miles Morales was a bit of a rumor, mainly because the latest actor to audition for the role of Peter Parker is a 16-year-old actor by the name of Matthias Ward. I'm not sure. I've never really heard of him before, but apparently he has starred in Weeds and Hostages. Okay, now the fact that Sony is looking for a 16-year-old actor, or at least teens, shows that we're gonna get a young Peter Parker. All right? The Peter Parker that we know and love, and that is the Peter Parker that is in high school. Okay? So, we're gonna get a young Peter Parker joining the Avengers? That is, like I said before, we're gonna see that contrast here. Okay? Now, the reason why auditions are going on right now is because, first of all, we're getting a solo Spider-Man film in 2017. But not only that, there is a rumor that they want to get the Spider-Man role cast because they want to put him in Captain America Civil War. Now, once again, another rumor. This isn't solid, but, rumors get thrown here and there. But this sounds very, very likely to happen, because of what has happened in the comic books, okay? Spider-Man was part of the Civil War story. And to throw Spider-Man in Captain America Civil War, even just as a cameo appearance, that could be pretty awesome, okay? That's something I'm quite excited about, okay? To have that, you know what, I don't want to call it a crossover because nothing's really crossing over here, considering the fact that Spider-Man was always part of the story. But to see the introduction of this beloved superhero character that is so iconic, enter into this universe, that is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that is just spectacular. Okay? Speaking of which, the Spider-Man film that's coming out in 2017 will be called The Spectacular Spider-Man. All right? Now, moving on. Okay, the last thing that I gotta talk about is Avengers Infinity War. And you guys already know that Joss Whedon isn't coming back to direct a third Avengers film. Okay? Not only is it a third Avengers film, but it's actually a third and fourth Avengers film. But as a directing duty, it's actually just one big film because it's Infinity War Part 1 and 2. Okay? It's not like they're going in for 2 rounds of directing Infinity War. It's actually just one long a film shoot, but it'll make up 2 films. Anyways, So Joss Whedon is out, but who's going to be in? Well, we kind of already knew who was going to be in. Okay, there was a lot of a talk about getting the Russo brothers, Joe and Anthony Russo, to direct Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and 2. Okay, it was only, they were only in talks, okay, only in negotiations, nothing solid. But finally, it looks like Marvel Studios have confirmed and closed the deal for the Russo brothers to direct Avengers Infinity War Parts 1 and 2. This is exciting news. First of all, I'm very, very happy about Captain America Winter Soldier. I love the way it turned out, and I'm super excited about Captain America Civil War. And Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige have the full confidence that the brothers, okay, can handle something as big as Avengers Infinity War. The deal has been closed and they are officially signed on to direct Infinity War Parts 1 and 2. Super exciting stuff. And this will be really, really cool because by the time they get to Infinity War, the Russo brothers will have built up that chemistry with some of the cast members. All right, and by doing that, you can really see them work together well once you see the final product. When the film comes out in 2018 and 2019, it's going to be super exciting. Okay, so I'm really excited about that. It is official. Okay, so Joss Whedon is out. You know, I'm very thankful for all the work that he's done, but I'm also very confident about what the Russo brothers can do for the Avengers sequel. Okay, so there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this video. What do you guys think about the introduction of Spider-Man through Captain America Civil War? I think it's going to be really, really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to it. Anyways, that's all I got to say in this video. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, @RaginNation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Attach a name and then a number, okay? But I believe in Star Wars Empire Strikes Back,